Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to beautiful Franklin, Tennessee for tonight's WCTV Game of the Week, which might be the most anticipated game on our schedule in the county tonight, and dare I say the entire state, as the home Centennial Cougars will take on the visiting Brentwood Bruins, and we are off. Kickoff goes deep to Kenai Johnson. He's going to return it just out to about the 26-yard line. And as I was saying in the kickoff, both teams coming in with a undefeated 7-0 record, 3-0 in region play. Centennial boasts a number 2 ranking in the 5A region. Brentwood coming in state ranked number 4 in the 6A region. So Centennial dropping down to 5A this year, but that does not lose any of the luster in this game here tonight. Centennial will take over first on offense. Lots of time, finds the receiver deep down the middle, but throws it to a Bruin. That's going to be number 27, Johnny Silverstreet for the Bruins, and just like that, the Bruins will take over after one play. Centennial Cougars trying to come out and make a statement in their first play of the game. That was number 11, Elijah Neves with a deep throw. And picked off by the Bruins. That'll be Silverstein's 4th interception of the season. Not someone you want to pick on in the secondary. Leads the team in interceptions. So just like that, the Bruins will take over at about the 24-yard line. Quick pass, quick hitter there. Baylor Hayes to Clayton Merrill. He's going to pick up a nice chunk of yards.
To number 4, Clayton Merrill.
So Bruins working with all types of momentum here early in the first quarter. I'm Justin Ventline, soon to be joined by Coach Paul Brees, joining you here in week 9 of the TSSAA season. And Hayes going to be taken down by a couple Cougars there, led by DJ Curl. We saw the first play there by the Bruins, a quick hitting, quick slant, that time trying to set up more of a deep threat. But Curl able to get in the backfield before anybody is able to do anything there on offense. So Hayes back in the shotgun once again. Quick scramble. He's going to pick up a nice chunk of yards. Gets a couple blocks downfield. Turf Monster trips him up about midfield, so brings up a much more manageable 3rd down.
But it'll be 3rd down.
So Bruins working quickly here on offense. And like I said, both teams coming in probably state favorites, at least to make a deep run in the state tournament in their respective region. Like I mentioned, where they're ranked in the region. Overall in the state, Centennial ranked 15th, Brentwood 10th. So good test, even though this game won't count for region play. Quick bubble screen once again there to Clayton Merrill. So his 2nd reception of the night picks up a 1st down.
To Clayton Merrill. He's brought down by Jaden George, but it'll be a 1st down for the Bruins.
So the Bruins working strategically and quickly down the field here.
For the Bruins at the Cougar 41-yard line.
Both teams boast very stingy defenses. Both teams allowing less than 10 points a game on the season. Hayes back to pass. He's going to look downfield. Smartly just gets rid of it as he was being chased by a couple Cougars there.
Adcox.
I believe that was
Rolling to his right, throws the ball away.
Colin Holloway for the Cougars there.
Right, providing serious pressure for the Cougars. It'll be second down and 10.
So that'll bring up second down. So once again, a long second down here for the Bruins. Hayes setting up a slip screen here. Gets it out quickly. That's going to be Gavin Nelson for the touchdown.
Adcox's pass is complete to number 34.
And the Bruins will take the early lead here for the Bruins. That's Hayes to the leading running back for the Bruins, Gavin Nelson, for the 35-yard screen touchdown. The point after seems to be good, so with 9:13 left here in the first quarter, the Bruins will take a 7-0 lead. And here you'll see once again, Bruins having quite a bit of success early on here in the screen game, quick passing schemes. Some great blocks there downfield by the Bruins, led by Sam Roston, the center, I believe. Number 60, Ryan Barker, stays with the play all the way down the field, sets up some nice blocks. And Gavin Nelson takes it in for 6. So the Bruins lead here early in the first.
Deep to receive for the Cougars, Dominic Reed, Kenai Johnson.
Nelson taking over for the injured running back for the Bruins earlier in the season, takes over lead running back roles for Brentwood on the year. 611 yards rushing, 6 rushing touchdowns. He'll add to his receiving touchdown stat line there. But Trey Doris, who was the lead back for the Bruins earlier in the year, out with injury. Kick is deep there. Kenai Johnson's going to take it out. Takes it to about the 33-yard line.
He's brought down.
Taken down by Shepard Smith for the Bruins. So Cougars in their second possession.
Be first and 10 for the Cougars.
1 play, 1 interception on the stat line for the Cougars offense thus far. We'll see if they take a more balanced approach here early in the first. That's Ethan Cleary in motion. Handoff is stopped. Ball is fumbled, but it's going to be called dead.
Josh Jenkins on the carry for the Cougars.
So ball is fumbled, but there you see first-year coach Jamal Stewart coming from East Nashville, very respectable program, coming to take over this Centennial Cougars team, having great success thus far in Williamson County. As we mentioned, currently undefeated, high ranking in the state in the 5A, and should be a favorite to make a deep run in the state playoffs as well. So second, about 13 here for the Cougars. Neves with the snap. Couple Bruins there to wrap up Dominic Reed. It's going to be running back by committee here for the Cougars. Coach Stewart in the coaches show likes to spread the wealth, as they like to say.
For the Cougars.
A lot of offensive weapons for this Cougar. Quick strike offense once they can get things going and get in a rhythm. It'll be Ethan Cleary checking back in here at receiver. So 3rd and 11. Neves in the backfield Reed lines up next to him in the shotgun set. Has all day to throw. Finds a quick out route here. It's going to be DJ Curl. He's going to be short of the sticks.
To Carlos, check that, DJ Curl.
So
pickup of 7 yards. It'll be 4th down.
Cougars will trot out their punt unit. There you see head coach Clint Finch for the Bruins.
Deep to receive.
Always a very respectable program there, Brentwood. Some big wins earlier in the season for Brentwood, taking down Brentwood Academy. Playing Franklin tough last week in a crosstown rivalry, but punt is off. It's going to be handled by Mason Ball. And the Bruins will take over once again. So Cougars 2 possessions, unable to convert a first down quite yet here early in the first quarter. Like I mentioned, usually a very quick striking offense. Once Coach Stewart can get a rhythm down here, figure some things out against his Bruins defense, I suspect they're going to be moving the ball down the field. But until then, the Bruins are going to try to take advantage and get some points up quick. So handoff here. That's me, Gavin Nelson once again picks up a good chunk of yards. Going to move the sticks.
On the carry.
Or move the down marker, I should say.
He's brought down by Kenai Johnson and Javon Allen.
So Kenai Johnson for the Cougars pulling double duty. One of those star players on offense. He's going to get some work in on defense as well.
It's a pickup of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Bruins.
So last week we saw the Bruins basically tackle trap the Admirals to death with Nelson. Quick pass here.
Hayes' pass.
That's going to be, I believe,
It's complete
Clayton Merrill once again.
Merrill.
So Hayes seems to be favorite receiver on the Bruins. I believe he's got 3 or 4 catches now, just finding that soft spot in the zone. Sitting down in front of the safeties, and they're going to be content taking 7-8 yards of play, just strategically and methodically working their way down the field. So Hayes and Nelson in the backfield once again. Cougars get some pressure. Hayes scrambles, picks up about, they're going to call him out right there at the 40, but this one's coming back. We got a hold. So good edge pressure here by the Cougars, forcing the hold.
Holding against the Bruins.
And that's what you'll see a lot of times here with these speedier edge rushers that a lot of the high school and college programs are going to. Going to put the Bruins in a deep hole here.
It'll be 1st down and 20.
1st and 20 on the 43-yard line. So the Bruins come out in an empty set. Stack receivers to the bottom of your screen. Nelson goes in motion. They're going to fake the jet. Hayes finds the receiver wide open down the field. Pops up. They're going to give him the catch there. Clayton Merrill with a diving catch. Pass was intended there for Gavin Nelson, I believe. Hit him right off the face mask. Ball popped up about
brought in by Clayton Merrill.
50 feet in the air, and Clayton Merrill, Johnny on the spot, rushes over, dives for it, and is able to grab it before it hits the turf. Huge play there by the Bruins. Picks up the 1st down. Bruins bat to pass once again. Swing out there to Nelson. He's going to make one guy miss. Finds the sideline.
Hayes' pass is complete.
Forced out there by Elijah Hawkins.
Kenai Johnson pushes him out of bounds. It's another first down.
But not before Nelson picks up a first down. So once again, Bruins moving the ball pretty much at will against this Cougars defense. Nelson back to pass, trying to evade a couple of defenders. Makes a couple miss, but unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. So good rush there by the Cougars defensive line.
Pass. Scrambles.
Hawkins coming from his linebacker position on a blitz there, putting the pressure on Hayes, and that's what you're going to have to do if you're the Cougars. The Bruins have already proved they're going to pick apart the zone defense with the passing attack, so you're going to have to make Hayes uncomfortable back there. Quick pitch to Nelson. He's got a blocker. He is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Great job there by the Cougars defense stringing that quick pitch from the shotgun out. Going to stick him way behind the sticks here, so that's going to be bringing up a 3rd and long.
It'll be 3rd down.
You wonder if Coach Finch talks to his field goal kicker, asking where he would prefer it if he can, but still trying to pick up the first down, give yourself a chance for a touchdown here. Hayes checks to the sideline. Pointing at the play clock, I believe. So the Bruins will take their first timeout.
Bruins.
So here, with 4:54 left in the first quarter, Bruins have the lead 7-0, knocking on the door once again in the end zone, or the red zone, I should say. Bruins offense looks pretty methodical. I know I mentioned it a couple times, but they're moving the ball 7-8 yards a pop. Cougar defense almost playing like a shell, soft coverage in the back there. But I would expect that Cougars offense to turn it up next time they get the ball. It's not an offense that's going to stay silent for very long. So if you're the Bruins, any points you can get here early are going to be crucial. Because Coach Stewart knows how to score the points. And he knows how to score them quick. So Hayes checks with the sideline. Got a trips right. Still a little confusion here on the play call. Hayes flush from the pocket. He's going to find his favorite target, Clayton Merrill. Picks up about 10 or 11, but it's still going to be short of the first, so Bruins will trot out their field goal unit.
It'll be 4th down and 5.
So a couple good stops there by the Cougars early on that set of downs, push the Bruins behind the sticks. Kick is off. And it is good.
And the field goal is good. And the Bruins lead 10-0.
So Isaac Hayes with the field goal is going to extend the Bruins lead to 10-0. And the Cougars will have a chance on their 3rd possession to put some things together and start moving the ball a little bit. Like I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, highly anticipated game, not only in Williamson County, but in the state in general. I don't know if there is a spot to stand or sit on this home sideline, home benches up here in the press box. It is essentially shoulder to shoulder. Everybody wanting to watch these two prolific teams go at it. As I mentioned, Cougars moving to 5A this year. Otherwise, in prior years, this would have been a region game. Hayes with the kick. Just makes it into the end zone, which will warrant a touchback.
Hayes' kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. Cougars will take over.
So the Cougars will take over here at
First
the 20.
10.
And Elijah Nevins will once again lead this Cougars offense out. He'll be accompanied with Josh Jenkins in the backfield. Handoff to Jenkins.
Josh Jenkins
Picks up a couple yards. Going to pick up about 3 there. So positive yardage is welcome yardage for the Cougars.
And Kruger Humble. He picks up 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Cougars.
So brings up about 2nd and medium. Nevins getting a call from Coach Stewart on the sideline here. Nevins back to pass. Got a lot of time. Airs it out deep here. And that's going to be Odie. Jiren Odie with the big reception. Fights through the, which I'm assuming is defensive pass interference. Huge play there by the Cougars. Get some momentum back on their side.
Against the Bruins, that is declined.
So the Cougars will decline the penalty. So a 40-yard pickup there through the air. Nevins to Odie. Hand off to Jenkins. Tries the right side.
Jenkins on the carry for the Cougars.
Picks up about 2. Taken down by a couple Bruins there. I believe that was
brought down by
led by number 55, Seth Adams.
Pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Cougars.
So the Cougars just trying to get some positive yardage here on this possession. Picked up 3 on the first down, 2 here on this first down. Nevins has had all day to pass back there all night. Quick handoff around the edge.
On the carry.
It's me, Taylon Vaughn.
He's brought down by Johnny Silvestri.
So Vaughn, small in stature, quick in his feet, picks up about 5 yards there. Bring up a 3rd and manageable. So the Cougars able to pick up some good yardage on 1st and 2nd down here on the ground. Jenkins once again to the right side, makes a couple guys miss. Eventually brought down by Jackson Lowe.
He's brought down by number 96.
But not before he picks up a 1st down. And here's the tempo we usually see from the Cougars, going quickly. Hands off once again to Jenkins. That time gobbled up in the hole.
Jenkins on the carry again.
Brought down by 53. That's Max Orphis. the leader of this defense tackle-wise.
On the stop.
Mason Ball, kind of the unwritten vocal leader of the defense for the Bruins. But Orphis coming through in his middle linebacker position. Handoff once again, the right side. Dominic Reed picks up about 5.
Tripped up by number 2, Jackson Lowe.
So Coach Stewart must have saw something he likes on the right side of this offense. I think that's 5 straight runs to the right side. Picking on McGuger Sutherland, the sophomore, excuse me, and Seth Adams. Cougar goes in motion once again to the right side.
Dominic Reed on the carry for the Cougars.
Reed there with no gain. It's going to pick up. It's going to
brought down by William Sockoff.
Bring up a 4th and about 4.
And Jackson Lowe.
Jackson Lowe coming in from his corner position.
And 4.
Bring in Reed from the backfield. Cougars keeping the offense out here. Brentwood showing a little bit of pressure coming from the outside. Coach, that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So after 1 here in Franklin, the Brentwood Bruins lead the home Centennial Cougars 10-0. Early on, Cougars tried taking a deep shot against this defense. Unfortunately, was picked off deep in the Cougar territory. Bruins had put together a couple good drives, had the ball 2 times, got points out of both possessions, which is always something you're looking for out of an offensive coordinator position. And the Cougars stringing together a nice little drive here, but they're in a 4th and about 4 situation. Really pounding the ball in the run game to their right side, the Bruins' defensive left side. Looks like Coach Stewart's going to keep his offense out here for the 4th and 4. Like both coaches said, this game doesn't mean much in region play, playoff standings, but it's a great measuring stick of where your programs are at this late in the season. Cougars able to knock off a couple 6A opponents already this year. This would be a huge win if they're able to pull this one off. Big scramble, finds about the 3-yard line, so Elijah Neves scrambles out of the pocket, picks up the first down himself, and he's going to get the Cougars in the goal line set. And we've seen this set multiple times this year. They sub in Keegan Scruggs, the defensive lineman. He's going to be the up man in this Wildcat. Dominic Reed back deep for the snap. Direct snap, goes to the left side, and he's going to find the end zone. So Reed, out of the Wildcat formation, finds the end zone for the Cougars, cutting into the Bruins lead. Huge drive there by the Cougars. Set up by the long 40-yard pass to Odie on 2nd down early in the possession. And then from there, the run game able to find the end zone. Extra point is up, and it is going to be good. So here early in the second, it'll be 10-7 Bruins. Here we'll see it again. Once again, the touchdown play. Direct snap to Reed, and he's just hat on hat, and he's just going to outspeed his way to the corner. It's a hard play to stop when he only got 2 yards to defend from a defensive base. So the Bruins will wait for their third possession of the game. Like I mentioned earlier, 2 for 2 for points in their first 2 possessions. First possession ended up with a Gavin Nelson screen for a touchdown. Second possession, they get a field goal. But Wells Stanley for the Cougars lining up for the kickoff here. Kickoff is away. And that is Mason Ball on the return. He's gobbled up there before he can get back to the 20. So some energy injected back into this Cougars sideline. Like I mentioned, both teams coming in boasting stout defenses. Brentwood giving up 10 points a game. Centennial only giving up 7 points a game. 4 shutouts on the year. We knew the offensive production for both teams was going to be crucial. So Hayes with the swing pass. That's going to go for about 5 yards there to Clayton Merrill. Merrill is going to easily, I would say, get to double-digit receptions tonight. Already up to about 5 or 6 here in very early in the second quarter. So Coach Finch and the Bruins seem content on taking what the defense is giving them. A lot of underneath routes, swing passes, screens. Hayes back to the pass again, gets flushed from the pocket. Picks up about 3, but brought down there by 27. Ayo-Abijo.
It'll be third down.
So that'll bring up a third and about 5 for the Bruins. So something Coach Finch mentioned in the coaches show, just wants to keep things manageable here for his offense. Keep things in front of the sticks. Merrill in motion. I believe we've got a receiver that got a little antsy down here. Far, or the close bottom side of your screen, I should say. That's exactly what we got. I think that false start was Owen McReynolds.
They'll make it third down and 9.
The sophomore. So just as I was saying, Bruins in a manageable third down shoot themselves in the foot, push them back to essentially a 3rd and 10. Play call definitely changes here if you're the Bruins. So Nelson in the backfield gets motioned out. Hayes has time. Nobody open though. And he is brought down emphatically. That's going to be number 32.
Scrambles.
Elijah Hawkins, the junior for this Cougar defense. So the Cougar defense rallying gets a huge stop there for the Bruins. Punt his way. Fair catch brought in there by Kenai Johnson. So Cougars will take over here in favorable field position, forcing the first punt of the night for the Bruins.
This is senior cheerleader Youngko. Every
So definitely some energy injected into this Centennial sideline for sure. Coming out of a first play interception deflates you a little bit when you're pumped up for this type of matchup. And just as I say that, the Brentwood sideline starting to feel a little bit more deflated, I believe. Jenkins in motion. Deep ball once again.
Niev's pass.
So Niev's pass deep down the middle, and
Intended for
the Cougars must have saw something on tape this week where they feel like they've got a mismatch deep down the middle of the field, because that's about the third or fourth time Neves tried to find a receiver on a streak route there, kind of going up the seam. So we're going to have a flag before the snap, and I believe it's kind of a timing issue here on the offense.
False start against the Cougars. That will back.
Yeah, you saw Kenai Johnson go in motion there.
It'll be second down.
Looked like he was about to get the jet sweep around the wide side of the field, but snap didn't happen in time. A couple of the offensive linemen, I think, were ready for it to go, but center there, number 67, Justin Davis, a little late on the snap. It's one danger you get when you run a lot of those jet sweep timing plays is everything's got to happen on time and in motion for it to be a success. So the Cougars will come out here, 2nd and 15. Hand off to Jenkins around the right side once again. Makes a couple people miss.
Jenkins on the carry. Brought down by Kialulu Nicotrato.
So Jenkins with a good pickup there gets them into a much more
Pickup of 9.
manageable third down.
Third down and 7.
Jenkins
Third down
good.
and 6 for the Cougars.
Slow to get up here, though, after the play, but he'll trot on his own will back to the sideline. Cougars offense definitely targeting the right side of their offensive line. It's usually your strong side for your run plays. Definitely favoring that early in this game. Hand off to Dominic Reed, and just as I said, right side once again. He's brought down just short of the sticks.
Dominic Reed on the carry.
It's going to be Will Attic.
Pickup of 5.5. It'll be 4th
So
down.
it's going to be about 4th and a
It's short.
yard. Cougars offense will stay out here. So snap, same play it looked like. Dominic Reed over to the right side. He's going to pick up the first down this
For the
time.
Cougars.
So the Cougars spreading out the Bruins secondary here, the wide side of the field, content with taking 4 or 5 yards over there over the right side.
First down.
So after a 2nd and 15, the Cougars able to convert on 4th down. We'll get them a new set of downs. Got trips to the bottom side of your screen. Dominic Reed visiting Nevins in the backfield here. Looks like we're setting up a tunnel screen through the hands
Nieves pass.
of Kenai
Intended for
Johnson.
Is it complete? It'll be 2nd down and 10.
So Nieves' pass goes through Johnson's hands, setting up a tunnel screen there. Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. Outside of the big 40-yard pass, both offenses have been kept in check for the most part. might be attributed to both coaches just being content taking 4 or 5 yards when they can. Neves, looks like they were setting up potential pump and go there. Didn't have enough time to get the pass off as 96.
Ruger, Humble.
Kailua Mikiretto for the Bruins brings them down for a loss of about 4 for the sack. So 3rd and about 14 here for the Cougars. Play clock winding down. I assume Coach Stewart's going to take a timeout and think about his strategy here. It's about halfway through the second quarter. Brentwood still with the lead, 10-7 over the home Centennial Cougars. Like we said, both teams coming in with a undefeated 7-0 record. Centennial knocking off Nolensville, their probably biggest game of the year thus far, winning by 3. Thriller Kenai Johnson stretching out for a touchdown late in that game.
Andrew Levy
Beats the
Griffin Chandler,
overtime
Max Wyatt,
team we have here in
Layton
Williamson
Connect,
County. Independence,
Brody Moore,
I believe Independence has
Josh Whitby.
played about 4 or
We
5
also wanna
games in
recognize
overtime
your
now. They
senior
might have played a
section
whole
leaders,
entire
Ellie Downs,
season if you add up all the quarters
Yevon
they've
Kim,
played.
Holly Locker, and Jamison Shannon.
They will
Thanks for
have a
always keeping
big
a high
matchup on their
level of
schedule,
energy
region
for every
matchup
game
coming
and
up
boosting
next
school
week.
spirit for all students
Centennial will
throughout the
be
year.
traveling to Page, I believe, which this 5A region is stacked with potential state champions. You have the Page runner-ups last year, Nolensville, this Centennial team. A lot of great talent in the Williamson County 5A region. So 3rd and 14, Yaves finds that streak.
Nieves' pass intended for
So Nieves once again trying to find
is incomplete. Flag.
trying to find the streaker coming up the middle of the field. Pass intended to number 24, Ethan Cleary. He was met after the play by Johnny Silverstreet for the Bruins. Prompted a flag. So we'll see what the call is here from the officials.
Personal foul, targeting.
So it's going to be personal
Against the
foul,
Bruins.
targeting on Silverstreet. That's going to be an automatic first down. So huge mental mistake there by the Bruins. Had them pinned deep on 3rd down there. Had the incomplete pass, and Silverstreet watching too many 1990s Ravens highlights.
Dominic Reed on the carry.
So
for the
Reed
Cougars
with the carry over the right side once again. He's going to pick up about
brought
5
down.
yards.
by Jackson Lowe. A pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
So far, Cougars targeting their right side on the
7-12
run
to go
game,
before the
trying to
half. Be sure to
find
stick
the
around for
slot,
halftime.
the middle of those
Their performances
safeties here
by
for the
cheerleaders
Bruins.
And the CHS dance team. Also, the Marching Cougars will be performing.
So 2nd and 5, motion. And Coach Stewart's going to take his, I believe that's going to be his, oh. I thought he had taken one already, but that's going to be his second timeout.
Centennial.
So Centennial here with the timeout. So just as I was mentioning, Bruins get a huge stop there in 3rd and long. Unfortunately, just have a mental mistake after the play, give the Cougars new life. Marching here at the 25-yard line. Bruins are going to have to find an answer on the left side of their defense against the run game. Cougars have found something they like in a soft spot in that defense, picking up 3 or 4 yards, and that 3 or 4 yards will kill a defense if you're marching down the field, wearing them down. So here we go, 2nd and about 6. Reed with the handoff once again.
Dominic Reed on the carry.
So Reed to the right side for about 5 yards. Going to get him in a favorable 3rd and about 2.
And Max Orphis.
And that time you saw him put Kenai Johnson coming in almost like a crack block,
3rd down,
sealing the edge
for the Cougars.
For Reed to get around. So 3rd and 2, lines up in the pistol. Reed's going to take it once again, straight up the middle, breaks a couple tackles. He's going to pick up the 1st down.
He's eventually brought down by Johnny Silvestri, but not before he picks up another clean and
So once again, Silvestri's personal foul, shooting these Bruins in the foot. Bruins able to pick up another 1st down, marching into the red zone, trying to take the lead with 5:40 left here in the 2nd quarter. So Cougars go to a tight set. Reed still in the backfield. Handoff to the left side. He's going to break outside. He's got the speed. Brought down just short of the goal line. That's Jack Zach, first Bruin there. So Cougars going fast. 1st and goal, tight formation. Reed once again counter sets, but 2 Bruins in the backfield that time.
Dominic Reed on the carry.
Will Addick shoots the gap from his linebacker position.
And Will Adcock.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and about 7. They're bringing out the Wildcat package here.
It'll be 2nd and goal.
Keegan Scruggs once again checking in.
6-yard line.
Reed will go with the direct snap, I assume, following his big defensive lineman. That's exactly what they do. Reed breaks a couple tackles. So big score there by the Cougars. Jalen Scruggs leads the way in his specialty package. Reed, 2 touchdowns tonight thus far. And there you see the 1-2 combo in the goal line, 1 and 5. So extra point is up, low line drive. It's motion for good. So here with 4:23 left in the 1st half, the Cougars take their first lead of the night, 14-10. We'll see this once again, Wildcat package, and once Jalen Scruggs is going to clear out some room, it's going to be hard to stop anybody behind that big fullback coming through the line. So very impressive drive there by the Cougars. Bruins had them stopped on a long third down. A costly mental mistake. Gave up a personal foul. Free first down, and the Cougars and Coach Jamal Stewart made them pay.
Well, Stanley will kick it away.
One thing
for the Bruins is
Coach Finch talked about in the coaches show is we've got to stay in front of the sticks on offense, can't turn the ball over, and just can't commit costly penalties. And that's one of the costly penalties that will definitely be reviewed in film study this week and going into next week. So kickoff is off. It'll be returned here, finds a lane. So Mason Ball able to get out to about the 26-27.
On the tackle for the Cougars.
He's taken down by number 31, Xander Tefteller, the sophomore.
At their 27-yard line.
So Bruins come out in their fourth possession of the game. First one amounted with a touchdown, then a field goal, then Cougars got a crucial stop, able to force a punt in their last possession. Hayes with the pass, under distress, like he's been all night. He's going to be wrapped up by a couple Cougars. And he is sacked for a loss of about 8. Scruggs there with a couple of his Centennial buddies. Elijah Hawkins in the background or backfield as well.
And Elijah Hawkins.
So Hayes gets back to the line quick. Quick pass there. Get right pass almost to JT Garies.
The JT Garies.
So 3rd and 11.
It'll be 3rd down and 11.
So sets up a screenplay here, but not enough blocking in front of Nelson that time. Late flag. We'll see what this one is. Usually on a screenplay, you've got the big offensive lineman out there reaching for those quicker defensive backs.
And Elijah Hawkins. Flag on the play.
That's exactly what it is. So Bruins get called for a block in the back. Now, interesting situation here. We'll see if Coach Stewart wants to decline it or accept it.
That penalty is declined.
So he will decline it,
It'll be 4th down.
which will bring up 4th and 11. So another 3 and out. Big change of momentum compared to the first quarter to second quarter. Cougars finding their footing on defense and offense. Punt is away. So low line drive punt's going to come to rest right at the 34.
Punt was down by.
So 3:12 left here in the first half. Cougars turning up the defensive intensity here in the second quarter.
The Cougars
potentially got a little bit of those nerves, anxiety out in the first quarter, and now they're definitely playing more their style, fast and aggressive. So Nieves will return to quarterback. Looking deep. Dumps it off there. Kenai Johnson. Got a flag in the backfield.
Pass is complete to Kenai Johnson.
So we got a hold here on the Cougars, and you can kind of see that in the frame as Nieves was rolling out to the left. His left tackle there, I believe that's number 60, Alex Katawala.
Holding against the Cougars.
Got his big arm and paw just out to the outside a little bit too far.
It'll be 1st down and 20.
So that'll reset the down. It'll be 1st and 20 at the 24-yard line. Clock will run. Jenkins line up to the left of Neves. Hands off, goes to the right side once again. Brought down there.
On the carry.
Believe by the safety.
He's brought down by Johnny Silvestri.
Silvestri called his name quite a bit tonight. Had that big interception on the first play of the game. So 2nd and about 18. Once again, looking to the middle of the field. That's going to be caught by number 7, Taylon Vaughn. He's going to pick up the first down on a 2nd and 18. So new life here in the offense with just over 2 minutes.
Johnny Silvestri, but not before he picks up another Klingon Insurance. Farmers, first down.
So Neves finding early success in the middle of the field passing. It's going to be a bunch set here to the bottom of your screen. Quick little inside trap there to Jenkins. He's going to pick up a nice chunk of yardage.
He's brought down by Max Orphis.
Orphis on the tackle. Clock still running here.
Down,
Ball at midfield.
6 for the Cougars. 1:21 to go before the half.
So I would think here, Coach Stewart, if you pick up another first down, is probably going to go for more points, but just playing out this situation as we get close to halftime. So Coach Stewart there calling for a check with me, and then I think he realized the play clock was at
timeout with 56 seconds to go.
3 seconds.
The ball rests at midfield. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
So with 56 seconds there, the Cougars take their final timeout of the half. So really a tale of 2 quarters here in the first half of Centennial versus Brentwood. Brentwood able to jump out with lots of momentum off the first play interception. Had a methodical drive, drove about 60 yards for a touchdown to Gavin Nelson on a screen. Once again, the Cougars got the ball back. Had a quick 3 and out. Brentwood able to capitalize with a field goal. But since we've flipped directions here in the second quarter, it has been nothing but Cougars on both sides of the ball. It's definitely got some more energy and swagger here on this home sideline. So Neves back to throw, has lots of time, lets it go deep down the middle of the field, and in and out of the hands of Odie.
Intended for Jiren Odie is incomplete.
So Jiren Odie with the big 40-yard reception earlier in the game. Ball slightly underthrown. Wind picking up a little bit here at Centennial High School. Nonetheless, that'll bring up a 3rd and 6. 50 seconds left. We'll see if Coach Stewart wants to get this clock going. So a quick out.
He had his pass intended for
Kenai Johnson in and out of his hands. So it's going to bring up a 4th
broken up by
down at midfield. 45 seconds left.
Maddox McKim.
The Cougars will trot out their punt unit.
It'll be 4th down. Will Stanley set to kick it away.
So Wells Stanley, the punter. Deep to return is number 6, Mason Ball for the Bruins.
For the Bruins.
So if you're the Bruins here, you definitely don't want a roughing the kicker penalty. It would be another just mental mistake where you're currently at in the field. They're content to just let Stanley get the punt away. Ball is dropped. But it looks like Mason Ball is able to receive it. Almost looked like a knuckleball
for the Bruins.
After it was kicked. Kind of was dancing a little bit up there in the air.
Seconds to go before halftime.
So 37 seconds left here in the half. The Bruins will take over.
The flag on the play is illegal formation against the Cougars.
So we had a flag on the play. An illegal formation for the Cougars. So Coach Finch and the Bruins are going to make them do it again. So I'm assuming you probably had one too many players in the backfield.
So we'll try it again. Will Stanley set to kick it away.
So Stanley once again back to punt. Ball back deep to return. Brentwood looking like a more aggressive. They're coming after him a little bit more, and it's blocked. So huge change of momentum here. Brentwood blocks the punt, and the Bruins will take over now at the 38-yard line. Punt recovered by Walker Childs. Just like we pointed out, the second attempt, the Bruins brought the house for the punt coverage there, able to force a blocked punt, and they're going to be in striking distance with 32 seconds left here in the first half. Hayes scrambles. He's going to break the line of scrimmage. Picks up the first down. Wisely gets out of bounds there.
Hayes on the carry, brought down by.
So pocket collapsed around Hayes. Cougars have been doing a great job all night getting after the quarterback. Hayes able to evade a couple sack opportunities for the Cougars, pick up the first down. And like we said, more importantly, gets out of bounds, stop the clock. Jenkins in motion, fakes the jet. Hayes has got all kinds of time, dumps it off to Nelson. He's going to be stopped in his tracks there by Dominic Reed. Coach Finch going to have to take a timeout.
Nelson is brought down by Dominic Reed. Timeout.
So Nelson picks up about 3 on the swing pass there. Hayes was looking deep on that play. Just had to check it down to Nelson. I think Nelson was trying to get out of bounds there as well. Dominic Reed very heads up, not letting Nelson get to the sideline. Makes Finch burn a timeout. But, I mean, 9 seconds left is kind of a mute point. So you probably got enough time for a shot at the end zone if you're the Bruins here.
Performances by the CHS dance team and the varsity cheerleaders. Also,
wind definitely picking up here. And
Cougars will also perform.
Almost a cross right to left, it feels like, in the direction the Bruins are currently marching. So Brentwood lines up in an empty set. The official resets the clock. So we're actually going to have 11 seconds here. Definitely enough time for potentially a play and another quick shot. Hayes back to pass, has time. Being chased, ball's away. So intended target there.
It's intended for Owen McReynolds. Incomplete. Keegan Scruggs.
Was Owen McReynolds. Scruggs on the pressure there for the Cougars.
3rd down and 7.
Looked like the Bruins were trying to run a wheel route out of the backfield there to Nelson. Cougars had great coverage in the secondary.
Shepard Smith will hold.
And Isaac Hayes will be out for the field goal attempt. So about a 40-yarder, and that's going to be right down the middle. That's going to be a good field goal. So as the clock strikes 0, the Bruins will put 3 more points on the board. And as we head to halftime, the hometown Centennial Cougars lead the Brentwood Bruins 14-13. And we'll be back after halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WCTV Game of the Week. We've got an exciting one in store for you here. Halftime, the hometown Centennial Cougars lead the Brentwood Bruins 14-13. If you are watching and got friends, family members, neighbors, anyone you're acquaintances with that enjoy football, I would highly suggest shooting them a text or a call, letting them know one of the best games in the state is being streamed here tonight. So the second half kickoff is brought out by Ball to about the 16-yard line, but we've got a tale of 2 quarters here in the first half. As with any sporting event, big rides and shifting in momentum. The Bruins able to deflate the hometown Cougars' first possession with a huge interception, get points off of that, but all second quarter were Centennial marching down. But Bruins will take the first possession here in the second quarter. Hayes under pressure finds Gavin Nelson on the sideline. And he's streaking down the field. He's finally going to be taken down at the 35-yard line. Unfortunately, if you're a Brentwood Bruin fan, I think this one might be coming back. We've got a flag on the field at about the 10-yard line. Usually when it's in the backfield like that and you've got a quarterback under distress and scrambling, 9 times out of 10, a offensive lineman has one of his big paws out there, but nonetheless, we're going to see Gavin Nelson here.
Ineligible man downfield against the Bruins.
So we actually got ineligible man downfield, not a holding. Nonetheless, that's going to bring that huge gain back. So just as we were talking about momentum swings in the first half, huge momentum swing back and forth there on the first play of the second half. So Hayes with the handoff. It's going to be number 2, Jackson Lowe, his first run of the game.
Brought down by DJ Curl for the Cougars. A loss of 2. It'll be second down and 12.
Picks up about 3 yards.
Second down and 12.
He'll bring up second down. So first half of this highly anticipated game definitely did not disappoint. 2 great opponents going at it here in Williamson County. Hayes swings it out to Nelson once again. He's able to get back to the original line of scrimmage, which will bring up 3rd and 10 for the Bruins. So the Cougars definitely dialing in the defense here since the first quarter, playing a much more stout.
For the Bruins.
So first Williamson County game here in the month of October, finally starting to feel like fall here in Middle Tennessee. Bruins with an empty set. Hayes searching. Pass intended. That was for Clayton Merrill. Lots of contact there between Merrill and the defender, but no flag was drawn, so the punt unit
Fourth down and 10.
will
for the
trot
Bruins.
out here for the Bruins, and quick 3 and out on the first possession here in the second half.
Kenai Johnson deep to receive for the Cougars.
So Johnson back deep. Good punt by the Bruins. Takes a couple rolls and will be down there about the 37-yard line. Eli Kelly, the sophomore, downs it for the Bruins, and the Cougars will take over for their first possession of the second half. So trying to catch up on some scores here around the county at halftime. I believe I saw Independence and Nolensville both leading at half. But Neves for the Cougars will back to snap. Hands off to Jenkins.
Josh Jenkins on the carry.
Finds a little bit of running room there for a gain of 5. Brought down by a couple Bruins, but led by number 53, Mac Orphis.
Max Orphis on the tackle.
So
Pick up a 5.
second and 5.
For the Cougars.
Cougars doing a great job here ever since the first quarter, staying in front of the sticks, not putting themselves in bad situations. Quick dump out there by Neves
Nieves' pass is complete
to
to
Odie. Odie, a shifty wide
He's brought
receiver
down by
for the
Jack
Cougars.
Zach.
Saw him
Flag
had
on
a
the play.
big pickup in the second quarter. There's going to be a flag on the play. They're conversing with the Brentwood sideline. So official walking back with the ball here. We'll see what the... I don't know if we ever got an official call.
Block in the back.
Block in the back is what
Against
the
the
announcer
Cougars.
is saying.
The second down and
So
15.
just, I am shooting myself in the foot, just as I was saying the Cougars are doing a great job staying in front of the sticks, put themselves in a second and long situation. Once again, right down the middle. And the Bruins has seen that maybe one too many times in the first half.
Intercepted by Clayton Lane. The pass was intended for Ethan Cleary.
And 27, Silver Street with his second interception of the night.
For the Cougars.
That's going to be 6 on the year.
The Bruins will take over first and 10.
So had the first interception of the first play of the game.
33-yard line.
As I stated in the first half, the Cougars trying to work the deep middle of the field there and some of those seam routes. But Neves just left a little too much air under that. Also, I think the Cougars might have went to that well one too many times in the first half. Silver Street just sitting on that deep ball. So the Bruins out in a heavy set. Pitch to Gavin Nelson. He's taken down close to the line of scrimmage. So interesting
Clayton Merrill
play
on the carry.
formation.
DJ Curl on the stop for the Cougars.
Curl's going to bring him
Pick up a
down.
one. It'll be second down
So
and 9.
Nelson does pick up a 1-yard gain there for the Bruins. So lots of back and forth here early in the third quarter. Bruins still looking for their first down on their second possession of the second half. Oh, quick out there from Hayes, and there is nobody in front of him. That's going to be a touchdown, Bruins. That's Charlie Mullins,
Mullins.
tight end on the roster, more of like an H-back, up-back.
Takes it to the end zone for
But-
a touchdown.
Huge 30-yard touchdown run there.
Eli Kelly will snap the ball.
Or touchdown pass, I should say.
Shepard Smith
Excuse
is
me.
the holder. And Isaac Hayes will
So Hayes
kick the
on
point
for the
after.
extra point attempt. So kick is up.
And
Kick
the point
is
after
good.
score.
So after the extra point, the Bruins will retake the lead 20-14 with 8:47 here in the second quarter. So here we'll see the fake to Jenkins. And Mullins left pretty much wide open. Great block there downfield by JT Garies. And from there, Mullins able to do it by himself. Finds the end zone and retakes the lead for the Bruins. So the 2 touchdowns the Bruins were able to score coming off interceptions, point off turnovers is something you're always looking to capitalize on if you're a head coach. And big interceptions at that.
Isaac Hayes will kick it away.
So Hayes will be on for the kickoff.
Deep to receive for the Cougars.
Reed and Odie back deep. Both dangerous return men here for the Cougars. Return capabilities. We'll see if they try to kick it out the back of the end zone, and that's through the middle of the end zone. So that'll bring it out to the 20.
Cougars will take over 1st and 10.
Beautiful night here in Centennial High School. Temperatures are starting to drop here in Middle Tennessee. Feels more like football weather than your 80-degree baseball weather. Lots of sports getting into action, not only in the high school level, but collegiate level and professional level as well. Packed house here at Centennial. Neves signals for the motion. It's going to be a quick screen out there to Reed. He's wrapped up quickly, though.
This pass is complete to Taylon Vaughn. He's brought down.
Taken down by number 55, Seth Adams. So defensive line quickly reads the screen there, able to follow their offensive lineman counterparts out to it. It's a pretty good indication as a defensive lineman. If no one's blocking you, you're either the victim of a trap block or a screen. So great heads-up play there by the defensive lineman for the Bruins. Handoff to Reed. He's taken down in the backfield. Flag comes flying in.
Dominic Reed on the carry.
It's number 96, Kaialulu Mikarado. Looks like Reed was getting twirled around by potentially a face mask. We'll see what the official call is.
Personal foul. Face mask.
Face mask on the Bruins, so it's going to give the Cougars a free first down here. So once again, Coach Finch talking about it in the coaches show, costly penalties, another one there on the Bruins defense. Had Reed wrapped up in the backfield. End up giving up a free set of downs, though, due to the face mask. Cougars will come out in a stack formation. Reed in the backfield. Almost like a offset pistol formation. He's going to go right up the middle with a quick hitting trap, able to pick up about 3 yards. That's Rugger Humble there for the defensive line.
It's brought down by Rugger Humble.
So the Cougars once again.
Second down and 8 for the Cougars.
Looks like they're going to a tight set formation. We saw this the first half of tonight's game with Reed in the backfield, more of a tight set formation. They want to trap up the middle, usually out of this. Kenai Johnson in motion. Reed with the handoff. Finds the edge on the left side. Makes 2 guys miss. Great run by Reed there. Finally brought down by Cooper McGaffey, but not before a huge pickup for the Cougars and a first down.
Another Klingon Insurance. Farmers, first down.
So after the face mask penalty, Cougars pick up another first down, and they look to be in action here. Reed, another handoff, trying that left side once again. This time met by a couple Bruins right at the line of scrimmage. First person there is Max Orphis.
Max Orphis.
He's going to be racking up double-digit tackles by the end of the night as well, I believe.
It'll be second down and 9 for the Cougars.
So Coach Stewart finding things that he likes here on offense and not afraid to just keep going at it. Early in the first half of the game, we saw a lot of runs to the right and passes up the deep middle. Quick pass there to Kenai Johnson. Not sure Kenai was either ready for it or looking for it.
For Kenai Johnson.
But was in and out of the hands of Jackson Lowe, and Neves is lucky that one didn't get picked off as well. So that'll bring up 3rd and long. Brentwood subbing out some fresh defensive linemen, trying to get a good pressure on Neves here. Reed's got a lot of room over on that top side of your screen. With his speed, might be a good idea to try to get him out in some space. So fakes to Reed, got one guy en route. And Kenai Johnson beats his defender. Tackled just short of the goal line. Kenai Johnson, one-on-one coverage there with Jackson Lowe in coverage. Well, we've got a pass on the play, or a penalty on the play.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
So we got an ineligible receiver downfield. Huge blow there to the Cougars offense. The Centennial student section not in agreement there. Coach Stewart asking for a explanation as well. So the Cougars came out in that tight formation. Kenai Johnson, the only receiver out en route on that play, but was able to beat his defender deep down the sideline, made a great catch, carried himself to about the 1 yard line, but all for naught as it's brought back to bring up a 3rd and about 14. And now we're going to have a delay of game. So
delay of game against the Cougars. That'll back them up 5.
I think that was just a direct result of the Cougars being deflated after a huge pickup being called back, not getting the play in, and just looking for an explanation of essentially what happened. So that'll back the offense up another 5 for bring up 3rd and about 20. Neves in the spread, gets the snap. Good protection, has time, looks down the middle of the field. Ball came out a little wobbly. Is intended for Odie, I believe.
Intended for Taylor Vaughn. Is it complete?
Oh, Taylor Vaughn corrected.
It'll be 4th down for the Cougars. Will Stanley will come on to
defended by Jack Zach.
To receive for the Bruins is Mason.
But that's going to bring up the punt unit, and what looked like a potential scoring play from the Cougars is going to turn into a punt. Punts away. Fair catch called for there. And Mason Ball able to bring it in.
Will Stanley's punt on a fair catch. It'll be 1st and 10.
So Bruins will take over
at their own
on about the 25-yard line.
Hey, this is Mikey, varsity safety. This time out is sponsored by
So trying to
RJ, Angel,
check some scores from around the county.
Just like you keep your clients from fumbling their finances, your support has given the Cougars a winning edge. Thank you. Call or text my dad today.
So with 10:30 left in the fourth quarter, Independence leading Fairview 24-7. Not a matchup you usually see. Fairview looking for an opponent this week, though, and said, heck, why not? Let's go down to Thompson Station, take on the Eagles, and see kind of like a measuring stick game, just like this one is for Centennial. Where's our program at?
Keegan Scruggs.
But on the first down run, Scruggs brings down Jenkins. Also in other sports news in the county, the Grassland Middle School volleyball team takes home the state championship today, defeating Brentwood. So congrats to the Generals. Hayes rolls out here to the right. We're going to see if this is... So wisely, the officials, I believe, don't call the penalty. A lot of just momentum carrying both players out to the sideline there, but Hayes picks up about one on the rollout from Hayes.
And driven out of bounds by Keegan Scruggs.
So once again, the
It'll be third down.
Cougars doing a great job initially on possessions. The Bruins have just taken advantage of turnovers and big defensive and special teams plays to get their points. Puts the Bruins in a deep third down situation. Hayes back to throw. Trying to find somebody open. Finally throws it to Nelson. He's only able to pick up about two. So great coverage there in the secondary by the Cougars.
To Gavin Nelson. He's brought down by DJ Curl.
Curl on the tackle. We got a little bit of laundry on the field.
Flag on the play.
So another ineligible receiver. So I think it's the third or fourth time we've seen that tonight, and that's just direct result of both quarterbacks wanting to scramble and move around.
Fourth down. Jaron Odie deep to receive for the Cougars.
So that'll bring up fourth down anyways. Odie back for the return for Centennial. Kick is off. Odie's going to let this one fall, take a couple turns, and end up at the 25-yard line. So with 3:50 left here in the third quarter,
punt rolls dead at the Cougar 25-yard line.
The Cougars will take over once again, trailing by 6.
In the third quarter.
So as you see there, Centennial offensive line giving Neves lots of time back there tonight. Neves trying to work the middle of the field deep multiple times, was able to do it successfully a couple times, but also got picked off twice by the Bruins. Hand off to Jenkins there. He's brought down, if not in the backfield, close to.
He's brought down.
That's going to be none other than Max Orphis.
Loss of a yard. It'll be second down 11 for the Cougars.
So that'll be a loss of 1 there by Jenkins. So second and 11. He is with the reverse rollout here. He finds Kenai Johnson for a first down. So good play call there by the Cougars. Gets Neves rolling out to his right. And Johnson able to haul that one in for a first down. Moves the sticks. Maybe this will get a little bit of momentum going here for the Cougars in this third quarter. So first down. Jenkins lined up in the backfield, fakes to Jenkins. A little screen pass out here to the bottom side of your screen. It's going to take a group of Bruins to bring down the receiver there for Centennial. And that's Xavier Tefteller, the sophomore. So Coach Stewart spreading the wealth around here on offense. We've seen Odie, we've seen Dominic Reed, we've seen Kenai Johnson. Nieves doing a little bit by himself with on the ground. Jenkins as well. So this is going to be close to the first down. Picks up about 2. The FAR officials calling for a first down. So that's going to be a first down for the Cougars.
He's brought down.
Stringing a couple good plays together here on this possession.
But not before he picks up another clean insurance. Farmers, first down.
So Jenkins once again line up on the side. They're going to overload the left side here. Quick handoff, and he's met almost at the point of handoff. Seth Adams for a loss of 5 comes free in the backfield for a huge tackle for loss. So that'll bring up second, about 14 for the Cougars. Cougars looking to be methodical here on this drive. Nieves looking for Johnson on the right side of he's blanketed by defenders. Bruins with the interception. He's got a clear path here.
Intended for Kenai Johnson.
So Nieves' pass intended for Johnson there.
By Jack Zach.
Jack Zach with the interception. Returns it all the way down here to about the 35-yard line. Nieves just trying to make something happen there. Throws it up to Kenai Johnson deep. Ball was tipped. Zach able to get it on the deflection and return it for a big gain. So the Bruins will take over possession once again. Kenai Johnson down after the play. So as we wait for the Cougars personnel here to attend to Kenai Johnson, I think that was just a situation where Nielsen's just trying to make a play. He's got one of the fastest guys on the field and probably biggest playmakers on the field. And Kenai Johnson throws it up to him, seeing if he can make something happen. Unfortunately, his pass is deflected and eventually picked off and returned. But a couple of the Centennial coaching staff assisting Kenai to the sideline here. But the Bruins will take over here on the 35-yard line. Jenkins with the handoff, goes up the middle, is able to find about 7 or 8 yards, eventually taken down by number 53.
Gavin Nelson on the carry.
That's going to be Cy Langford.
Brought down by Cody Williamson and Cy Langford. Let's pick up a 7.
So all of the Bruins touchdowns have come off of turnovers tonight. We'll see if they can keep that streak going. The second down, handoff to Jenkins. He's going to pick up the first down. Pushes the pile past the 25-yard line.
For the Bruins.
And if you're Coach Finch here for Brentwood, you're probably okay just winding this clock down the rest of the second half. And just as I say that, clock hits 0 at the end of the third quarter. So here at the end of 3, the Brentwood Bruins lead 20-14 over the Centennial Cougars. Great game thus far. It has not disappointed at all. Two stout defenses trying to figure each other out for the most part.
We also want to recognize right now, please direct your attention to
quick
the
check-in around the county, and with 10:09 left in the game, Nolensville leading 20-0.
Brody Moore, Josh Whitney. And our section leaders,
7:42 left down left down Thompson Station. Independence leads Fairview 31-7.
School spirit for all students throughout the year.
And with 2:22 left over in Bellevue,
Ava Meadow, Marin Greenwood, and Lily Router.
Nolensville leading James Lawson 12-0.
Story.
So close game there on the west side of Nashville. So here comes Hayes leading out the Bruins. He'll hand it off to Jenkins once again. That's me 44 on the tackle. Not in my roster.
Gavin Nelson on the carry. Brought down by Aiden Wright. Picks up maybe a yard. It'll be second down and 9 for the Bruins.
So correction, that's Gavin Nelson on the carry. Got the teams mixed up there. So tight set. Nelson on the handoff once again. He's trying to find the right side. Strung out very well there by the Centennial Cougars. Can be brought down in the backfield by 15 for the Cougars. That's going to be Cody Williamson. Coach Stewart penned him as the kind of vocal, unwritten leader of this defense. Comes up with a big stop. That defensive line able to string that speed play out. And Williamson comes in from his safety spot for the tackle for loss. So bring up a third and about 13 here for Hayes. Play clock clicking down to 1. Hayes gets the play off. He's scrambling, trying to find someone once again. Smartly just throws it out of bounds. Once again, the Cougars in hot pursuit have done a great job all night getting in the backfield of the Bruins.
Couldn't find anyone open.
Putting pressure on Hayes.
Pressure provided by Ayo Abijo.
So Brentwood will trot out Isaac Hayes for the field goal attempt. This is going to be about a 35, 40-yarder. Their kick was up, but it's going to be, there's a flag on the play. It looked like it was going to be good. But they're going to back him up 5 yards.
Penalty on the Bruins. That'll back him up 5. And now it makes it a 49-yard field goal.
This is going to be about a 50-yard attempt here for Hayes. Kick is up. Was on line, but about 3 yards short. The wind definitely has picked up here in Franklin, I believe the first attempt would have been good, but we had a flag on the first attempt, moving it back 5 yards, so field goal try no good for Brentwood. They'll turn it over. So Centennial's going to take over here on the 20. So it looks like Brentwood defense a little confused there, coming out on the change of possession. Had too many guys, I believe.
This is senior cheerleader Ava Meadows. When you're away from
Number
home,
6, Mason Ball, was trying to sprint off there. Brentwood sideline smartly took a timeout to avoid a penalty. Essential free play as well. So down 6, Cougars will take possession here. Unable to put points on the board here in the second half. But just as we said in the first quarter, this offense is built to strike and strike quickly. So I would not be surprised if we see some big plays and big shots coming up here for the Cougars coming into this possession. So tight set, Nielsen back, hands it off to Reed. He'll try the right side. Wrapped up by a couple guys for the Bruins. Pickup of about 1.
He's brought down by Zach.
So Zach on the initial wrap up there, and Silverstreet, I believe, was there to help clean it up. Both Bruins aggressively coming in from their safety positions. So Nielsen getting a call from Coach Stewart. The second and about 8. Nielsen, all kinds of time, dumps it off to Dominic Reed, who's got lots of speed, finds an edge, and he has a chance. He's getting chased down there at the 30. Huge pickup there for the Cougars. So Nielsen dumps it off on a swing pass there to Dominic Reed. And as we'll see here on the replay, a couple receivers downfield smartly not trying to block or throw up a block in the back, just running along the sideline as well, giving Reed a path for a huge pickup. About 47 yards on the reception there, and then he's going to go right back to work. Gets the handoff. So Reed picks up about 4. So the Cougars sideline coming to life here as they're knocking on the doorstep of the red zone midway through the fourth quarter. Nielsen gets a snap, looking for another quick hitter to the outside. That's going to be DJ Curl. He's going to pick up the first down.
He's brought down by Mason Ball.
So forced out of bounds by the Bruins. Not before he picks up the first down, gets the Cougars into the red zone. So they'll still have 10 yards for a first down. In some situations, this is what you're kind of hoping for a head coach. You can still get within, get a first down and not have to punch it in the end zone.
Dominic Reed.
But Reed on the run, ball comes out. Brentwood is pointing that they have possession. Scrum at the bottom of the pile. And officials come up and point Brentwood ball.
Was recovered by Johnny Silvestri.
Dominic Reed on the carry
just outside of there
to the right side. Fighting for some extra yards. Ball comes free at about the 7-yard line and is recovered by the Bruins. So huge turnover there by the Cougars, knocking on the doorstep. This defense has been able to contain the Bruins for the most part pretty much all night. So pinning them deep here against the end zone. Let's see how aggressive Brentwood wants to get. They just hand it off to Nelson. Nelson gives the offense a little bit more breathing room, getting it out to about the 10-yard line. So once again, huge swing in momentum for both sides of the field. Cougars probably thinking touchdown and take the lead. Unfortunately, Reed fumbles, fighting for extra yards. Bruins are able to pounce on it and get their 4th turnover of the night. Merrill in motion. Hand off to Nelson. He's met in the backfield by Mr. Scruggs. That's going to be their defensive MVP last year. He's leading that defensive line, leading the charge right here. So huge 3rd down coming up for both teams. Centennial sideline coming to life. Players on the sideline asking for some assistance for them fans. So 3rd and 8, huge play for both teams coming up here. Hayes with the snap, has time, scans the field, looking deep. And he's a pass intended, deep ball intended for JT Garies. He had the defender beat deep. The ball from Hayes a little underthrown, and as JT was coming back to it,
Baylor Hayes' pass is incomplete. Flag on the play.
Unfortunately, the Cougar defender, I think, just got caught not looking or playing the ball there, and that's going to be a huge call. So pass interference on the Cougars. So huge pass interference call there on the Cougars. Going to give the Bruins a fresh set of downs with 6:12 left here in the game. Like I said, JT had his defender beat deep. If Hayes airs that out a little bit more, I think you're looking at a touchdown insurance, but nonetheless able to get a pass interference call. Nelson carries it over to the right side.
Gavin Nelson
able to pick up about 6. He was met there by Kenai Johnson for the stop.
Pick up,
so if you're the Cougars here, you've got to respond. You got to get a stop of some sorts here on this set of downs. Huge deflation play with the pass interference, but game far from over. If you can get a quick stop here, get the ball back. Like we mentioned, this Cougar offense can score in a big way. So Hayes with the handoff. That's going to be Jackson Lowe up the middle. He's stopped after a pickup of 2. So once again, Centennial sideline coming to life, trying to help their players on the field. get some energy and motivation back. 3rd and about 4. Hayes will line up in a half full house. And he's going to be taken down in the backfield. That's Dominic Reed and Jalen Odie sending the speed from the edge. It looked like Hayes wanted to run almost a triple option out of the 2-back backfield. The Cougars had other thoughts. So Odie and Reed using their speed, stopping Hayes in the backfield. And I think Brentwood is going to be content with just running this play clock down and essentially taking a timeout. And that's exactly what will happen. Brentwood will take a timeout as the play clock gets to 0. So with 4:03 left here in the game, the Cougars get a huge stop on 3rd down, making up for the pass interference call. All things considered, they should get the ball back here in decent field position.
This timeout is sponsored by MAPCO. MAPCO is fueling our future by
Nielsen, Reed, and Kenai Johnson have big playability coming out of this
When kids
offense.
participate in sports, the arts, and community service, they develop problem-solving skills, gain self-confidence.
We saw in the
and improve
first
their
half
overall
this
health.
offense
MAPCO
wanting to
believes
pick on the
investing in
deep
kids is investing in the future.
middle part of the secondary, the Bruins secondary. Silverstein kind of shut that down on one of the early plays in the second half with the interception. But we'll see if
Luke Armstead on to punt it away. Kenai Johnson deep to receive for the Cougars.
we'll see if Neves wants to kind of pick on that once again. So Kenai Johnson back deep. Big playability out of him. Good punt here by the Bruins. Going to drop at about the 20. Takes a Centennial hop. Is covered up there by Brentwood. And the Cougars will take over on the 22-yard line with 3:54 left here.
Armstead's punt.
I'm Justin Ventline. Tonight's WCTV Game of the Week.
3 minutes and 54 seconds.
As I mentioned a couple times, this game definitely has not disappointed. Huge anticipation coming into this matchup tonight. It has been a thriller from start to finish. I don't anticipate that changing here with just under 4 minutes left and the Cougars taking possession. So Neves, botch snap.
Fumble on the play.
A low snap. Brentwood, of course, saying
Recovered by
they have it. The
Evans.
defense is always going to try to plead their case,
Loss of
but
yard. It'll be second down and 11.
I believe Nieves was able to fall on that one. So it'll be a loss of about 1, putting the Cougars behind the sticks. And unfortunately, getting that play clock, or that clock running, Cougars taking a lot of time here to get the play in. Nieves looking deep down the middle once again, and that's going to be intercepted. That's number 27, Silverstreet. That's his 3rd interception of the night. So huge play by the Bruins.
Returns it down inside the 15-yard line.
So Silverstreet once again comes up big for the Bruins with his 3rd pick of the night. That's going to push him to 6 on the season. So the Cougars had to take a shot, move the ball down the field there to have a chance. Unfortunately, Silverstreet roaming the middle of the field there, able to pick it off. Hayes going to hand it off to Nelson around the right side.
Gavin Nelson on the carry.
So if you're Brentwood here, you're telling your players just hang on to the ball. You cannot have a turnover here. So we've got a Cougar down on the field on the far side of the field. A couple Cougar coaching staff personnel running over to their assistants, but I believe we had a officials timeout. So looking ahead for both these teams after tonight, like I mentioned, Centennial will have a huge game coming up next, or 2 weeks, I believe. Next week is fall break here in Williamson County. So both programs will take a little reset, maybe some self-evaluation, some just monitoring of things. And then Centennial will come back and take on the Page Patriots down the road once again. Franklin. Be a huge matchup for them. And Brentwood will travel down to Thompson Station and take on Independence and then finish up the season, which could be another highly anticipated game. Might set up the #1 seed in that 6A region. It'll be the Battle of the Woods. A little wrinkle in the schedule this year, scheduling it the last game of the year. Usually scheduled earlier in the season, but TSSAA is scheduling that anticipation for the end of the season. Will be fun. Good rivalry game to close out the season for those two programs. So Nelson on the carry will pick up about 3. So Bruins just trying to continue to work the clock here. About with 1:45 left here in the game. Leading by 6.
It's 3rd down and 3.
Bring up 3rd and 3. Hayes and Nelson in the backfield. Handoff once again to Nelson. He'll trap the right side. Pushing the pile. No signal yet. It looks like he's going to be marked just short.
Takes it down.
He's going to be just short of the goal line, but it'll
be 1st and goal.
Bring up a new set of downs for the Bruins, and that'll just about do it in this game, essentially. So we got a timeout on the field. Both teams will go over to their respective sidelines. So great game here tonight. Not officially over, but both stout defenses not giving up much on either side of the ball. The Bruins able to take advantage of their big turnovers. Their only 2 touchdowns coming after their interceptions. We'll see if they convert this interception for a touchdown as well. Cougars just kind of shot themselves in the foot tonight. I believe 4 total turnovers, 3 interceptions, and a fumble. Moved the ball well versus Brentwood Bruins defense. They are going to be an extremely, extremely tough out in 5A this year. very talented. Nelson gets the handoff, takes it into the end zone, and that'll kind of put an exclamation point on this one. So we've got some extracurricular activities going on here after the play. To be expected.
Takes it in the end zone.
Emotions definitely high.
(26-14) Bruins.
So the Bruins punch it in for a touchdown.
Pending the point after it.
And Brentwood will take a timeout after the play, after the touchdown. I'm sure Coach Finch is just gonna tell his guys, let's just keep our heads here, guys. The game is clearly in hand. Don't do anything to put yourselves in a bad situation for either the next game or potentially the rest of the season. So, looking at the scoreboard for this weekend, all you Volunteer fans have a weekend off of being stressed out of the Big Orange. Got some great matchups in the SEC going on, though. Alabama will travel to Texas A&M. So that should be a great game. And then Missouri hosting LSU undefeated. So Bruins are going for two here. Hayes will roll to the right. Pass is thrown, caught. That's number 42, Charlie Mullins.
To Charlie Mullins.
So a two-point conversion is good.
And it's 28-14.
So after the touchdown and two-point conversion, it'll be Brentwood 28, Centennial 14. And Coach Finch going for two, making it a two-touchdown game instead of two touchdowns to tie. Crazier things have happened. 106 left in the game. But just the way both defenses have played tonight, it's going to be tough for Centennial to score too quickly, I would assume, but we'll see. Reed, Kenai Johnson back deep. Taylon Vaughn will join them at about the 15-yard line. Isaac Hayes to kick for the Bruins. Short pooch kick here. Odie, he's got speed. If he can find an edge, this is going to be dangerous. Good tackle there by, that's going to be Shepard Smith for the Bruins. The pooch kick almost backfired there on the Bruins. Odie, I don't know if is the one that you want to pick on there with a short pooch kick.
50-yard line. 59 seconds to go. And the Cougars take over 1st and 10.
So Cougars will take possession at the 50 here. They will empty it out. Quick throw and catch. It's going to be number 14 for the Cougars on the reception. That's Josh Jenkins. So saw him earlier in the night doing some work out of the backfield.
2nd down and 5.
So Neves, empty set. Got a flag before the play.
Flag on the play. It's
offside.
offsides against
So the Bruins trying to get a quick start on defense here. So that'll give the Cougars a first down on the 40 now.
Insurance Farmers, first down.
So
First and 10 for the Cougars.
Brentwood almost in
At
a
the Bruin 40.
prevent umbrella defense here on their secondary. Neves back to pass, scrambles, passes the line of scrimmage. He's going to try to get to the sideline, stop that clock.
Evans scrambles for about 8 yards.
Centennial still has 2 timeouts
7
left.
yards, gets out of bounds. It'll be second down.
Neves able to pick up about 8 on the play. So once again, Brentwood trying to keep everything in front of them here in a prevent style defense. Neves will take the snap. Pass is caught by Taylon Vaughn.
It's complete.
It's going to move the stick, so stop the clock momentarily.
First and 10 for the Cougars.
Ball is placed, so they're winding the clock here. Neves once again with the snap, looking deep. Dumps it off short to Kenai Johnson.
Pass is complete to Kenai Johnson.
He's going to be close to the first down. They're going to stop the clock. Kenai slow to get up. He was out earlier with an injury. So Kenai is able to get off the field on his own power.
Timeout, Centennial.
So Centennial takes it, or this should be an official timeout, I believe.
Flag on the play. Personal foul, face mask.
Now we've got a flag on the play, so personal foul. So scoring might not be over here in this game. So if you're the Cougars, you can not hang your head here for this game. They have been in this game all night long with one of the better 6A opponents in the state. Great measuring stick game, as Coach Stewart mentioned in the coaches show. Like I mentioned earlier, this Centennial team is going to be a very, very tough out in 5A. And credit to the Brentwood Bruins as well. It's kind of a get-right game. A lot of people on the outside talking how good are they. They played some of the lesser competition closer than they should have maybe, but had some huge wins, like I mentioned, against Brentwood Academy. Able to keep stacking wins, though, and that'll do a lot for a team's confidence heading in late here into the season. So Nieves scrambles there. Able to pick up 2, get to the 5-yard line and bring up second down. So as I was mentioning earlier, college scoreboard this weekend, we've got the unbeatens matching up in Athens, Georgia, not Ohio for you Ohio University fans, but Athens, Georgia. The Bulldogs will take on the undefeated Kentucky Wildcats. So we'll see how real the Wildcats are as they travel down to Georgia tomorrow. And then your other home team, your Vanderbilt Commodores, will travel down to the Swamp. Kickoff for that game slated at 3 o'clock. They'll take on Florida, who has been struggling lately, but you bet your dollar they're not going to forget what Vanderbilt did in Nashville last year to them. So Neves with the pass, and he just gets into the end zone. So touchdown Cougars.
for a Cougar touchdown.
So Ethan Cleary with the catch and touchdown. He was stood up right at the goal line, but able to break the plane there. So Coach Stewart trying to figure out mathematically what he wants to do here. He's going to trot out the field goal unit to try to cut this lead to 7.
The snap, Xavier Tefteller will hold, and Will Staley set for the PAT.
So it'll be a delay of game. I think a couple of the Cougars that are on field goal unit had taken some of their equipment off and getting comfortable on the sideline. And oh shoot, we just scored. I need to jog out there. So they'll just back this up 5 yards for the point after. So point after attempt is good. So with 11 seconds left here in the game, Cougars cut it to 7. It'll be Centennial 21, Brentwood 28, and I'm assuming we'll see a onside kick coming up here for the Cougars. So switching to the NFL slate, we've got your early game coming up on Sunday in London. Bills and Jags, your hometown Tennessee Titans, will be traveling to Indianapolis, taking on the Colts for a crucial division game. And then for all you Swifties, the Chiefs will be taking on the Vikings. The Vikings are located in Minnesota for all you Taylor Swift fans. And that game will be kicking off at 3:30 on Sunday. So Wells Stanley out for the kick for the Cougars. Marking it off like he's kicking it deep. Here comes the kick, and we're going to have offsides. And that's why I was a little confused why Stanley was marking it off like he was kicking it deep.
Offsides against the Cougars.
Timing on the kickoff team had a little bit of anticipation over there on the top side of your screen. So they'll just back it up 5 yards, essentially. So the ball will have to travel 10. So we got to get to the 45-yard line. Stanley once again marks it back. Kicks it over to the left side once again. It's going to be recovered and taken down by the Bruins. So
and Will Stanley's onside kick is recovered.
Brentwood will have to get a snap off here with 10 seconds. But great game here in the heart of Cool Springs, Franklin, Tennessee. Definitely did not disappoint. Highly anticipated coming in.
Cougar Nation and Head to Bricks, our fifth quarter sponsor.
Brentwood able to pull out the victory. They will move to 8-0. Taking on Independence next. 2 region games left.
Everyone have a safe and relaxing fall break. Our next game is on Friday, October 20th at
Centennial will fall to 7-1. But here, the final from Centennial High School, the Brentwood Bruins able to pull out a victory, 28 over the Centennial Cougars, 21. I'm Justin Ventline. Thanks for tuning in to this week's WCTV Game of the Week. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye.